The Connecticut Hospital Association and the Connecticut Department of Public Health are pleased to present the 2025 Connecticut's Hospital Community Service Award to Bridgeport Hospital for its Family Bridge program.
I think as a new parent, you're always trying to do what's best for your child, but you don't always know what's best. Shortly after giving birth, we were given the opportunity to have someone come visit us in home, and having just had twins and being a first-time mom, I eagerly said yes.
The Family Bridge program is a universal nurse and community health worker program run out of Bridgeport Hospital, and we serve patients in Greater Bridgeport. So we have a team of nurses and community health workers that go and see families after discharge and really just help support them in that postpartum period.
I'm the nurse home visitor, and I first visit the family, and I do a wellness exam on the mother and on the baby to make sure that the mother is recovering well from birth, that the baby is growing appropriately and gaining weight. I make sure that the mother is connected with her OBGYN and her pediatrician for appropriate follow-up appointments. If she's having any complications, I help her to contact those providers. I answer any questions she might have. We screen for their mental health as well as their physical health. We also screen for domestic violence and substance use. From a socioeconomic standpoint, we screen for food insecurity, diaper insecurity, housing insecurity, whether the family has adequate utilities and heat and running water. Anything that could be a safety concern for the environment of the family and of the baby.
And then about 50% of our patients go on to see a community health worker. And the community health workers work to connect patients to resources. So a lot of families want, SNAP or WIC. They want connection to food bank, diaper bank, legal advice, those kind of big social issues.
Babies don't come with instructions. We're just here to help. I always say that. I am a community health worker, so our role is what I call the second component to the Family Bridge program, as the first component is the nursing portion where you get the nurse visit. Once the nurse identifies resources needed with the patient, we get a handoff, and that's where our role comes in. I think making this program universal, it's so important because just because you don't have a specific situation or status or anything doesn't mean you don't have needs. I'll call it a wraparound model because I think we close many gaps in health disparity, right? Because a nurse may address the mom's incision being infected. We're making sure that they have the follow-ups and they have a provider that they trust and they can call, they know where to call.
We really believe that everything is really connected. And so if a family is stressed and anxious about being able to afford food, afford diapers, afford formula, they're not going to be able to focus on the most important thing, which is their new baby. The main goal is really to improve maternal and infant health. I think those of us our parents can remember bringing home your new baby, and there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of excitement, and there's a lot of uncertainty. And so we really aim to be a partner and a supporter and a cheerleader for that first couple of months while you're kind of figuring out parenthood.
When Jenna came, one of the first things that stood out to me was her asking me questions on my hospital experience and my own mental health. I had thought it would just be to check in on the twins.
The nurse told us that she was a mother of twins, so it felt like the services that we were getting at the hospital were just extended in the way in which we needed them to be extended. So she was able to give us information specifically from experience. I remember Jenna showing me how to hold the bottle and how to support the neck so that they were getting the appropriate amount of milk and it prevented spitting up. She also taught me about thermometers and how to use the thermometer and where it should go to get the best reading of temperature for the child. Being able to have resources like the Family Bridge program, it arms me with information so that when mother says, "Hey, you're up," I feel confident. When there are avenues where people can gain information and you can have people come into your home and just have a third party who you can trust, it supports not only your parenting experience, but also your marriage.
Having the support, I think, is invaluable, and having a community that really wants to uplift moms and parents and children overall, I think is tremendous. And so congratulations to everyone that has any part in a program like this.